What's up, guys? Welcome back to Passive Base, where we talk crypto and crypto only. Of course, it's great to be back. Of course, welcome back to all the subscribers. If you're not subscribed to the channel just yet, please consider hitting the subscriber button down below. I'd highly appreciate it. It definitely motivates me to keep making these videos when the subscriber count goes up and up and up. Guys, we're going to be talking about BTC today. We're going to be talking about some BTC adoption and some things happening with Google. Of course, I'm going to be bringing you guys one coin that I really like, and I think the reward potential here based on the risk is really great. So stick around for that. Make sure you watch it and watch my train of thought behind the process and why I think it's a good buy. Again, this is not financial advice whatsoever, so please do your own research before you invest in any of the stuff that we talk about here today. It's definitely important that you think for yourself and not take anybody's word on the internet or anywhere else and make your decisions based on that. Let's start. All right, so let's start by taking a look here at the Bitcoin graph and see where we're at now. I like to start it with it zoomed out like this so you can see where we came from and where we're at. Of course, I didn't zoom out all the way, but this is just a daily chart. We're going back all the way to the 2018, June 2018. But you can see here, this is very bullish. I mean, yes, there's pullbacks, but I can zoom in here and show you what was happening here and how fearful people were on this stage here at $8,000, right? People were freaking out, going up, down, all the way back down again, and all the way down. So when you zoom in and you look at the small picture, yeah, it's a little bit scary. But when you zoom out and you take a look at the bigger picture, this is what we were looking at just a moment ago. So yes, this looks pretty crazy, but it's still, I mean, we're not making lower lows from the 30,000. We are testing support here at the 40,000s, and we tested it here, we tested it here, and we're testing it the third time. This is great in my opinion. It's holding up a lot better than what I thought it would hold up. Just comparing it to the general market and the financial markets and everything like that, everything is going to. Just taking a look at the bigger picture and the support levels here and where we're at, I'm still bullish on Bitcoin. I think we're going to hold up that $40,000 price point. That support level seems very strong. Today, the market tanked a lot of the financial markets and Bitcoin held up. I think the sellers are running out, and we're having a lot more people that are just hodlers around this point, especially bigger companies that are holding a ton, just like MicroStrategy, Tesla, and things like that. Billionaires that have half of their wealth in BTC now. Those people are not planning on selling it, thereby raising the floor of BTC. And there's not a lot of BTC around, so yeah, it's easy to set a floor for an asset like this. But again, a lot of things can happen. If we do break that 40,000, panic could start, and we could, if we break that 40,000, panic could start, and we could start seeing our way back to the 35s to the 30,000s down here, retesting the support level, which was tested for quite a long time. It was tested since May 2021 all the way to July 22nd before we made the next run up, breaking all-time highs and then pulling back after. This definitely reminds me of what happened here. But let's keep an eye out and see what's going on, right? Market conditions and adoption for crypto is definitely different than what it was back around this time. This is where Tesla was adopting payments and a lot of things were happening around this time with COVID and everything like that. Same thing happening here, and there's a lot of adoption coming in too, right? So let's look at two different articles here that just came out recently that super bullish on crypto and BTC. So first one here, we're going to look, it's on Cointelegraph, and we're looking at January 15, 2022. So this is very recent, about 4 days old. Another country in Latin America planning on really adopting crypto, and it's looking really good. I mean, Brazil is definitely taking crypto super serious. Their ETF, they approved the Bitcoin ETF and they approved the Ethereum ETF, which is great. So that shows that the financial markets are actually accepting crypto as an actual asset in a different country. We have this here in the US, but that's just plays into the overall adoption of BTC. And again, this is really cool right here. The Central Bank of Brazil is also developing a digital real. Real is their currency, their fiat currency, and they are developing their digital real, which they plan on launching it around 2023. So this is going to make it really easy to onboard people onto crypto with a digital real, especially issued by the Central Bank of Brazil. This is really good to see. Definitely reassuring for crypto technology, right? Countries accepting it and using it to benefit their people, and so much more. Their crypto exchanges are blowing up, right? Like blowing up as in a good way. It's growing, a lot more volume. So right here, Brazilian exchanges went head to head with major exchange, Binance, right? Like this is huge. So bigger adoption happening in Latin America. So it's already happened in Asia, right? Europe, in US and North America. And now we're seeing major adoption on a major country that plays a really big part in Latin America, which is Brazil. So this is very bullish, especially they lead the way over there, right? They are leading Latin America. They're the richest country in Latin America. So with the most people, the most land, and other countries are bound to follow their lead. So this is really good. This is I'm super bullish on that, right? Another one here that just came out, and this is big here in the US, right? Google hires PayPal veteran as part of a crypto push. So looks like they're going to be pushing crypto payments. Just these two words, right? Google and PayPal in one article is pretty big. So if this article came out back then when there was not a lot of adoption happening, right? If this article came out with something like this, Bitcoin would have probably gone parabolic back then, like in the old days. This time, this was released today. Bitcoin hasn't flinched, right? And it's not doing much. And the reason why I think that's happening is because this is expected. Okay, this is not news. People just expect this to happen now. So not a lot of people are really like looking into this and buying BTC or crypto because of this. They already knew that this was going to happen. So it's already priced into the market. So there's gonna be something else will have to happen. Another big type of shift with the news that people were not expecting to really move the BTC price, and we're yet to see what that news is going to be, what that adoption will be. But this is great regardless, because onboarding people or people coming in, the more demand, and the price is going to definitely continue going up. Not up without ever coming down, but continue going up in a trend. If we were to zoom out on this graph and show you from the beginning. So yes, be bearish. You can be bearish absolutely in the short term, and that short term definition is whatever you want. Everybody has a different perspective of time, and that's why people invest differently. All right, now let's move on to the coin of the day, and that coin that I want to talk about is Glitch Finance. Glitch Finance is another layer 1 blockchain. This is in development right now. In my opinion, and again, this is not financial advice, it's a great buy at this price. I bought it at this price, and let me show you the graph. Looks pretty crazy, but look at this. I mean, the risk reward here at buying at 53 cents, it's pretty good, right? Like I like it. I like the risk reward, and that's why I bought it. I can buy a lot here, and my downside is not much compared to my upside, right? Just that alone, right? You don't have to be doing technical analysis to actually see this. And then you're asking yourself, why has it gone up all the way to $3.25 and back down to 50 cents? Well, Glitch was on a pretty steady uptrend all the way to $3.25. This is leading up to their mainnet. Their mainnet was supposed to happen in December of 2021. And why do you think it dropped? Of course, it dropped because the mainnet did not come out. It was delayed. It's delayed all the way to September. Like they had a Genesis block that happened on the 17th with they're calling their mainnet, but it's not usable. It's not public. So their real thing comes out in September. And not a lot of people talking about this. And if you remember one of my videos, just an example, this video right here, I don't know if you remember it, but this is for Fuse. And Fuse if you were in my Patreon, I called it at 20 cents. And then before I got around to actually having the time to make the video, the coin had already pumped to 43 cents. It was an amazing buy. Today, Fuse is actually at, where is it? So let's go to Dex Tools. So Fuse today is sitting at almost $2. And keep in mind, this is on a down market, right? Bitcoin has been pulling back from all-time highs, and this what Fuse has been doing, right? Like, I used Fuse, so I used it. It was a network that was live and was super smooth, and not a lot of people were talking about it. Did the research on it. Watch the video so you can see how I did the research on it. It was pretty on point, and it did really, really well. So my next call here for another layer 1 is Glitch. Glitch is definitely fast, 3,000 transactions per second. It's going to be cheap, low cost, and one of the things, it's going to be a proof of stake. So you're going to stake and you're going to get rewards. The supply, it's very little compared to other coins out there. So the price at 53 cents with 88 million tokens is definitely low. You could buy the coin right now on Probid, 1inch, of course that's a centralized Uniswap. You can buy pretty much everywhere on Binance Smart Chain, KuCoin. This is where I prefer, just because it's easier. Just transfer there, buy it low cost, very little gas fees and things like that. But a lot of partners too, big partners here that you want to kind of take a look: Polygon, Chainlink, TrustSwap. So if you don't know the history, Glitch was actually an IDO, initial DEX offering from TrustSwap. And if I'm not mistaken, it stayed around 10 cents for quite a bit of time before it started to get any traction. But it's not being talked about a ton, and that's what I like. I like to look into projects that have stuff that's going to come out based on the market being a bullish market around that time, because we got time. Risk reward, looking at the graph, is great in my opinion. And they have also a revenue sharing model, which is really, really good. Yep. So here you go. You can go to their white paper and read about it. Just go ahead and read the whole thing again before you buy it, so you do your own research. I just want to point out, I'm not going to make this video super long, but they have a revenue sharing model. So this is definitely different, and they definitely say it here, right? Revenue sharing model is one of the most critical aspects of the platform because it ensures users are charged proportionately for the transactions they make. dApps will be indirectly paying for the use of the network by sharing a percentage of the fees they charge to users within the network. And then they show you this graph here where you can see how it's going to work. But this is definitely a differentiator from other blockchains that are out there. And this is what I look for, right? Okay, so it's not just another layer 1, which is EVM, Ethereum virtual machine compatible, that's just being replicated every time from different layer 1s. This definitely has a twist to it, and the revenue sharing model definitely works, in my opinion. I think it's going to be great to see what it actually does when the network is live. I am putting my money where my mouth is, and I am purchasing it, and I am keeping it for a while, at least until we get close to September. See some large buys coming in here, but hype will come in around that mainnet release. So you just want to get in before everybody's talking about it. That's my train of thought. Guys, that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please go ahead and hit the like button below. Subscribe to the channel. And of course, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.